It's the Whitetail Crossing Convenience Store Race Report on Cool Gold 1460 with Dan the Voice Deicher and Billy Doc Niles, brought to you by Whitetail Crossing Convenience Stores in Baraboo, Black River Falls, and Tomah. By Big Boar Barbecue, Highway 16 West Salem, and 3rd Street, downtown La Crosse. By Dean Satellite and Security, your local DirecTV retailer. By the Days Inn Hotel and Conference Center on French Island, La Crosse. By the Tomah Sparta Raceway in Tomah. By Weir's Machine and Racing Products in Bangor, Wisconsin. And by JT's Long Shots Bar and Grill in historic downtown West Salem. Now here's Doc and Dan with today's report.
AM 1460 Cool Gold WBOG. It is Saturday, the first racing Saturday that you're going to be hearing a lot of racing of all the way through the spring, the summer, and deep into the fall. Welcome into the Whitetail Crossing Convenience Stores Race Report. IB Radio Man Dan Deicher. Billy Doc Niles with me for year number 2 on his portion of the radio show. This is year number 7 that I've watched this grow from about 5 listeners to over 25,000 last year. Welcome you folks back into another big racing season here, not only in the Tomah Sparta area, of course, with WBOG throughout the state of Wisconsin and anywhere else you can pick us up. We are live online. You can just check that out. You can also go to the TuneIn app.
Love the TuneIn app.
WBOG. Billy Doc Niles, hey, thank you for joining me on year number 2.
Hey, thanks for having me. It's not often that I have to pay to be on a show, but this would be the one I'd want to do it.
Well, see, the thing is he's paying to be on this show, but we're paying him to be on my TV show this year, so it all equals out.
Yeah, guess where that money goes.
I want to also welcome Billy Doc Niles to the Big Boar Barbecue Presents 7 Rivers Racing TV show on KQEG TV 23. Year number 7 of the TV show is going to be starting next week, next Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
And those of you who live out of the area, that will get put onto YouTube usually by the end of the week, I believe it is. So you'll get to see that show every week updated also. Hey, and we got to mention our producer engineer, Jesse Von Ruden here. Thanks for helping us out again this year, Jesse.
I actually saw Jesse more this past winter than I think I have, because I saw you at some games I did on KQEG TV. You and I had a blast at one of the biggest wrestling events that I had been at this entire year. Was when I'm going to name drop from forgetting who was here. Honky Tonk Man was here, and I had never seen a bring your own weapons match. And I'm telling Niles about this since he's like the guru of wrestling besides Jesse Von Ruden. These guys were beating it. There was one guy walked in with a bat. You know, an average bait with 9 mouse traps on it.
Wow.
And they were live. So you get hit with that, all 9 went off at the same time.
Jeez, I wish I would have seen that video.
That was simply outstanding. So Jesse does a great job with the wrestling. Hey, I also want to thank the staff of Magnum Broadcasting. What sponsors we have on the program.
What a great lineup of sponsors this year.
This year, we're welcoming back Dean Satellite and Security. The Team Dean segment will be segment number 3 of every show. Drew Krybick is going to wear a couple of big hats today. He's going to release who the Team Dean drivers are this year. He's going to talk more about Dean Satellite and Security. And he's also going to talk about the Tundra Super Late Model Series, which is going to be kicking off here not too long as well. My second sponsor, as soon as I put that on Facebook, I could feel the way you wrote a response, how big your eyes were.
You could feel my mouth watering. Gotta welcome on Big Boar Barbecue out of West Salem and La Crosse. Awesome food if you've never been there before. You know, this is some great stuff. I love going to this place. That's my birthday hangout whenever that rolls around. So great stuff. Get up to check it out there in West Salem.
And then next off, welcoming back for the second straight year,
Tomah Sparta Raceway. Love the guys over there. I'm going to try and get to more than one race this year. The facility, the upgrades they've done to the facility is just awesome. The racing was phenomenal the night that I was there, and you look for more great action there every Friday night this summer.
Our next sponsor is brand new to the program. He's not brand new to the area. I had the luxury about a month ago to be the MC of the Weir's Machine and Racing Products 20th anniversary at the La Crosse Center. Big names coming from all over the place. The guy that actually runs Dick Berger and Speedway Illustrated was there as well, had a great speech. I want to thank Chad Weirs and the gang. They're all on board here for 2016. Did you ever have a Weir sticker in your car?
I've had Weir's Machine products on my car,
that's what I thought.
And they make some awesome products. And it's amazing. You know, I've been watching them through the 20 years. They just started out in a little shop there in Bangor, then moved across the street to a bigger shop, and sometimes I wonder if that's even big enough. But, it's great to have Scott and the rest of the gang at Weir's Machine and Racing Products on board.
And, of course, a place, here it is, food again. You and I got to sample some chicken wings.
Oh, we had a lot of fun Tuesday night filming a TV commercial for these guys. Welcome on board this year, brand new sports bar in West Salem, JT's Long Shots in West Salem, right down in the middle of the strip there. You can't miss them. And we had some great wings Tuesday night, didn't we?
And then last weekend, I'm DJing Steve Bachman's Smoker right across the street from there, and Bill and I are texting back and forth because he's over at JT's, and I'm trying to find a long song to put on, so I put on American Pie, which is 8 minutes and 44 seconds long, just long enough to go over, meet the owner of JT's, throw down a shot, say hi to some people, get back with 1:10 to go. That's not bad timing.
No, it's damn good timing on your part.
Also want to welcome on board this year, Paul Reichert is back with us again. He's got the world-famous Burner Rubber Race Report, which even when we went to the Dells last year, people were like, Paul, it is so good to hear you back on the radio, the knowledge you bring and the homework you do at not just racetracks in about a 3 or 4 state radius. I mean, he's going from coast to coast. Paul's got his own sponsor this year of the program.
Really? Who does he have sponsoring him this year?
Days Inn Hotel and Conference Center, located off of Exit 2, I-90 and French Island.
Oh, and by the way, the food there is phenomenal, too. Their sports bar there is just great. I love the mac and cheese there, by the way.
That's where Heroes Bar and Grill is located. And, of course, Heroes Bar and Grill and Days Inn sponsoring the Adam Oxborough Sportsman Car this year. He's coming down from the cities to run every single weekend. And great to have him on. We got our beautiful shirts back on again this year. And I'll tell you what.
I'll have mine on tomorrow.
Paul's getting his own shirt, too, by the way.
Really?
He is. And who's bringing us these fantastic?
Oh, look, it's our buddy Al Losi from fansarena.com, the official apparel sponsor of the Whitetail Crossing Convenience Store Race Report.
Lots to talk about here on the program today. A lot of big news was happening during the wintertime, and we're going to focus on 3 youngsters that we're going to have on the program next year. We will have Ty Majeski, we will have Derek Kraus, and we will have Natalie Deicher drivers out of the state of Wisconsin. And we're not trying to...
Should we just call them NASCAR big time?
We're not trying to tone down what Wisconsinites, Lacrosse Speedway, and et cetera have done, but these 3 who have raced lacrosse are famous across the state of Wisconsin. The leaps and bounds they're taking after the wintertime are huge.
It is just phenomenal. Ty Majeski had another great winter, won the Rattler while he was over the winter. Had a pretty good winter speed weeks, a little bump on the second or third night, I think it was. And other than that, he had a phenomenal speed weeks. And then he makes the announcement that he's going to be doing a couple of Xfinity races this year, starting with the one in Iowa, which is great. Derek Kraus racing in the K&N, I think it's the K&N West Series, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
Doing a phenomenal job there. He got second place here just a few weeks ago. Then, of course, Natalie Deicher announcing that she's going to be running a couple of truck races this winter or this summer.
NASCAR K&N Pro Series East.
I got my geography wrong.
That's
apologies.
All right. Natalie Deicher doing some ARCA racing.
And this is going to be great. I mean, these young drivers, the talent coming out of Wisconsin is just phenomenal. So, I'm looking forward to watching the progress of all of them this summer.
La Crosse Fairgrounds Speedway gets underway on the 30th of April. The Budweiser Frostbuster, Late Model Sportsman, Thunder Stocks, Hornet Street Stocks. We're just going to add the whole kitchen sink at everybody starting at 2 o'clock. Also, Straight Drags are back again this year. StraightDragsLAX.com. I'll be back announcing them Friday, May 12th. Now, remember, last year, 6 rainouts for Straight Drags. Man, there were some bummed people.
They only have like 9 scheduled nights. So.
We lost 6 of them. Also coming up with the program, we're going to talk about the big move that Greg Oliver had. I've had a lot of people ask me, how did it come down that Greg Oliver owns the Mid-American Stock Car Series?
That was an awesome read.
It was shocking.
Greg Oliver right now has probably the 3 top feeder series in the Midwest under his umbrella. That is just great. Greg, an excellent promoter, an excellent ambassador for racing. Looking forward to talking to him here in the next couple of weeks to find out what's going on with all 3 of his series.
Coming up in the program today, Drew Krabick from Dean Satellite is going to be talking with us about the Tundra Super Late Model Series, Dean Satellite, and we're going to find out who the Team Dean drivers are this year. Tomorrow, we will be in the Dells. My first day to announce is tomorrow. I cannot believe we are that close.
Are you all tuned up?
I'm ready to go. I am totally ready to go. The big race is the Icebreaker at Dells Raceway Park. Super Late Models, the Great Northern Sportsman Series, the Midwest Dash Series, Series. I'm back on board to announce the 2 Support Series this year, and I'm not sure who's going to be announcing Super Lates tomorrow, but it's going to be the creme de la creme. I've got the driver's list here in front of me, which we're going to talk about, and Jerry Aumby, the race director from Adele, is going to be joining us on the show as well.
Looking forward to talking to Jerry, a former racer. Whitetail Crossing and Convenience Stores in Black River Falls, Baraboo, Nakusa, and Toma locations have your tickets for the Frostbuster. Stop in and register at any one of them 4 locations. Also, as the season gets going here at the La Crosse Fairground Speedway, they'll be giving away 1 pair of tickets per week, drawing on Wednesdays starting April 12th through the 26th, plus a 12-pack of pop and a pizza of your choice. When we come back, we'll be talking to the man from Dean's Satellite, Drew Krybeck, right here on the Race Report.
All right, that's right. We are ready. This is year number 7. We hope you're ready as well, folks. You're tuned in to one of the best racing radio reports in the Midwest. This is the Cool Gold 1460 WBOG Whitetail Crossing Convenience Stores Race Report. We're right back.
Quick and convenient is what they're all about.
Whitetail Crossing and Smoke Shop.
That's what they do at Whitetail Crossing Convenience Stores. See why next time you're in Baraboo, Black River Falls, Nakusa, Toma, or Wittenberg. Whitetail Crossing stores are quick and convenient. Grab breakfast and coffee, sandwich and a fountain drink for lunch, or fill up the tank with Whitetail Crossing fuels. It's quick, convenient, and easy to stop at
Whitetail Crossing and Smoke Shop.
The people have spoken. Hi, this is Jerry Beyer from Big Boar Barbecue. Recently voted the best barbecue and best caterer in La Crosse County by popular vote. And no, this wasn't a rigged election. Try it yourself and you'll agree this is the best barbecue. You'll find us on 3rd Street downtown and on Highway 16 in West Salem. But our catering truck can come right to your door for any special occasion.
Just come on down for the best food in town at Big Boar Barbecue.
Big Boar Barbecue. Now that's a mouthful.
Are you looking for comfort under the sun? You can find that and a whole lot more with your stay at the Days Inn Hotel and Conference Center on French Island, La Crosse. The Days Inn has 148 spacious rooms, an indoor pool, hot tub, fitness room, and plenty of banquet space to host that big meeting or wedding reception. If you're hungry, food and drink are just steps away at the Heroes Bar and Grill inside the hotel. So if you're planning a pool party, wedding reception, or just want a night away in a jacuzzi suite, Days Inn Hotel and Conference Center on French Island is your stop under the sun.
Here we go, back to the Whitetail Crossing Convenience Store Race Report with Doc and Dan.
Welcome back. It's the boys, Dan Deicher, Billy Doc Niles, the Whitetail Crossing Convenience Stores Race Report here on 1460 Cool Gold WBOG. Also live on the TuneIn app, and for those folks listening on the World Wide Web, we welcome you back into the program. Being brought to you this year by VansRita.com, Days Inn Hotel and Conference Center, JT's Long Shots, Weir's Machine and Racing Products, Thomas Sparta Raceway, Big Boar Barbecue, and the gentleman that's on the line with us right now who works for Dean's Satellite and Security, and, of course, the extended Team Dean segment for year number 2. That will be Drew Krybeck. Drew, my friend, how are you?
Doing fabulous. And yourself?
I'm doing great. Number 1, thank you for coming back on the program for year number 2. And to kick things off for this show, Billy Doc Niles, we're going to do 2 Team Dean segments back to back.
Today?
Right now.
Awesome. Well, let me start right out. Drew, it's pretty much well known in the racing community. Team Deans is like a really big thing around the state, and it's pretty much like an application process. How do drivers go through this?
So this was the second year actually, that we've released an application. About 2015 was our first Team Dean's year. And really what it was is we wanted a way to help promote our business, and really, we're passionate about racing, and expand our brand, across the state. A lot of people think that, we only install our systems, our DirecTV, our internet systems, our security right here in the Cooley region. And we have nationwide installers. So Team Deans was a way for us to get into other tracks, use our passion for racing to spread that message and to give back to something that the owners, Dean and Sonia Pennell, myself, Davey, Dean and Sonia's son, have all been a part of really our entire lives.
How many applicants did you get this year?
This year we had over 50. I think it was close to 60 applicants. Yeah, so
the cool thing about that is, and I was thinking about this as I was preparing for the show 2 weeks ago, is because of the drivers you have now. This isn't just something because Team Deans is right here in Monroe or La Crosse County. You have drivers from across the state, and it just shows the outstanding job that you and Deans and Dean and Tony have done to spread the word of how far you do extend.
Right. And some of the applications came from Michigan, came from Illinois. We had to turn away some fabulous applicants. As Dean and Sonia, they venture off into doing another business venture. They looked at it as they wanted to, the drivers that we supported, they want to give back. They want to be able to go to the track. They want to be able to get to know them and their families. And so this year, a lot of people will see that we cut it back from 14 to 10. And that was by design, just to be able to really hone in on the areas that we can also be a part of, and make everybody still feel a part of, for example, if I had a guy in Michigan, it's hard for them to feel what Team Deans is about if they're only racing in up there in Michigan. And it's truly it sounds cliche, but the true team that these guys they get to know each other, they get to know their families, their spouses, their kids. So it's definitely a cool thing that Dean and Sonia have kind of developed over the last couple of years.
And I've seen these guys hang out at Oktoberfest, so you're not kidding about that. One of the questions I had for you, looking at this list, and we're going to release this list here in just a couple minutes, but do these drivers have to be get Dean satellite service or any type of product from Dean Service to be considered for Team Deans?
They do not. We strongly consider it. Most of the guys, when we go through the list, are current customers of ours. As you guys know, it's hard to talk about a product, hard to talk about a product to your fans if you don't use them. And coming from the sponsor side, if there's drivers out there listening that are trying to figure out, how do I get sponsors? How come this sponsor's not following with me? Are you passionate about their product? Because ultimately we're paying money to broadcast our name. Long gone are the days, back in the 80s and 90s where you had a business owner friend that just gave you money, gave you a check, and didn't expect anything back. So we truly encourage all of our drivers to use our products. That way they know what they're talking about too.
Drew Krabrick from Dean Satellite and Security on the expanded Team Dean segment as we had last year. It was always segment number 3. Today it's going to be a couple of segments because we have a lot to talk about. Drew, let's get right into this list right here. I'm going to give you a name. You tell me why they made the tried and true Team Deans for 2017. Dave Church from New Lisbon.
Why not? That dude.
I was going to say the same thing.
When it comes to sportsman racing, he is the man. He kind of, when the 2 car shows up in a sportsman race, that's the car everybody looks to beat. That's the one that everybody's penciling in for the victory. You've interviewed him, Dan. You know how awesome he is on the mic.
Oh, yeah.
He definitely, he connects to the fans for us. He likes to wear that black hat a little bit. He likes to be the guy. And so, when you're looking for a kind of that polarizing figure in a car to put our brand name behind, Dave fit right into the mold of kind of who Team Deans is.
Our next driver out of Edgerton, Wisconsin, the ultra-fast Casey Johnson. And I can almost imagine every one of these drivers you're going to say why not, but why is Casey Johnson a member of Team Deans?
Casey, if you looked at Casey Johnson's his racing resume last year and really forever, Casey's just kind of becoming a household name. He races so much. He's that true racer, kind of that blue collar, works during the week, works on the race car in the weekends and in the night. There was a stretch last year that it's kind of cool because I'm part of Tundra as well. Dalton, very same way, Dalton's here. Casey raced, I think it was 4 out of 5 nights in a row at one stretch. And when you look at guys that are complaining about running weekly, Casey, if he's not running 2 or 3 times a weekend, you're like, what's wrong, Casey? I think he had over 50 races last year. So definitely our logo was definitely in front of a lot of fans.
That's throwback right there, man.
Next up, a guy that I've gotten to know announced in the Great Northern Sportsman Series. Tell us about Jefferson, Wisconsin's Jason Thoma.
Jason is just a hard-nosed racer, kind of that quiet guy. Again, he'll race anywhere. And that was one thing that was, when we looked at, we wanted a mix of local guys and travelers. Jason is just that guy that shows up, and will contend. every time. 2013 Great Northern Sportsman Series champion, so a proven winner. Really, again, a strong social media presence, has a good fan base.
Our next driver on the Team Dean's list of drivers for 2017, a lacrosse driver, a two-time sportsman champion. Due to the rules, he has to move up. The number 8 of Nick Clements out of West Salem. Why is Nick a Team Dean's driver?
Has to be one of the most popular drivers at lacrosse. Does the car shows, does the parades, goes above and beyond for the sponsors. And again, it's just another one that has a strong following. When you look at the cars here at lacrosse, it has to be one of the best cars the last couple of years. It's going to look very similar here in 2017 as we put the cars theme onto the late model. So just, again, excited to have Nick on board this year.
And then finally, one more driver. We're going to cut it in half before we take a break and then bring Drew back on for more of the Team Dean segment brought to you by Team Dean Satellite and Security. The number 14 of Steve Bachman, a two-time chase champion of the Lacrosse Speedway. He's had some lulls during the summer times. He's come back and just proven how he has been so strong in that 14 car. It seems to me Steve kind of was like a shoe-in. Am I right?
Yeah, I mean, Steve, definitely a top contender in the Sportsman Series at lacrosse. Would love to see him. Is this year the year for a championship? Last year was a little bit of a down year for him. Just, again, one of those front-running guys at lacrosse in the Sportsman. And with Nick being forced to move up, you have to think that Steve is one of the strong title contenders as we move into 2017.
Alrighty, when we come back, we've got 5 more drivers on the Team Dean's list for 2017. We are going to be highlighting as part of the Team Dean's segment with Drew Krabick from Dean Satellite and Security.
JT's Long Shots Bar and Grill in downtown West Salem, the newest bar in downtown West Salem, has live music every Saturday night, including tonight, where it's Joe Cody from 8 to midnight. Stop in for lunch Monday through Friday. Great food. Dan and I sampled it on Tuesday night. Stop in and have a good time. JT's Long Shots Bar and Grill in downtown West Salem.
Alrighty, that's Billy Doc Niles. I am the voice, Dan Deicher. We will be right back with more of Drew Krabick of the Team Dean segment on Dean Satellite and Security Afternoon right here at 1460 WBOG.
Come on in. Welcome to JT's Long Shots in West Salem. We're Trisha and Jim.
It's your new sports bar for watching all your favorite sports. Happy hour Monday through Friday, 3 to 7, with $1.75 domestics and rails. For lunch or dinner, the kitchen is open. Half-price burgers on Mondays. Tuesday, it's bone or boneless wings. Fish tacos on Friday. Stop after the races tonight to hear live music. It's Joe Cody from 8 to midnight.
Jim and I'd love to see you at JT's Long Shots Sports Bar, downtown West Salem.
Weir's Machine and Racing Products, Bangor, Wisconsin. A proud supporter of the local racing, celebrating 20 years in the racing industry. From dirt tracks to asphalt, Weir's Machine manufactures over 400 quality parts that racers rely on to win races, producing some of the finest parts in the industry. Engine parts, tools, suspension parts, race accessories. Head to WeirsMachine.com to browse their entire line or call them direct. Weir's Machine and Racing Products, Bangor, Wisconsin.
Spring, spring, spring. Now that it's spring, no one wants to sit inside and watch TV with it so beautiful outside. And when you get DirecTV through Dean Satellite and Security, you don't have to. You can now take your TV with you into the great outdoors with the free mobile app from DirecTV. Going on a picnic? Take your TV with you. Sitting by the lake? Don't miss your favorite show. It's really that simple. Call your local friends at Dean Satellite and Security today at 608-269-2897 or visit them online at deanstv.com. Now get outside and watch your TV. Content, channels, and functionality varies by TV package, viewing location, and device. Data charges may apply. Conditions apply. Call for details.
It's Team Dean time as the Whitetail Crossing Convenience Store Race Report continues on Cool Gold 1460.
Welcome back to the Whitetail Crossing Convenience Stores Race Report on 1460 WBOG, live on the internet and live on the TuneIn app.
TuneIn app. Oh, I love that TuneIn app.
Over 25,000 different listeners on the TuneIn app last year, and we hope you guys had a good time listening.
Hello, Florida.
We'll be listening in again. I'm the voice, radio man Dan Deicher, Billy Doc Niles. We are back again talking with Drew Krabick from Dean Satellite and Security. DeansDish.com if you'd like more information on the products they have, which we're going to talk about here in a couple of minutes. We were knee-deep in dissecting the Team Dean's list for 2017. These are 10 drivers that are being supported and sponsored by Team Dean's. Deans. A lot of it has to do with their driving style, what their cars look like, how their personalities are, and whether they can help sell some of the products that Team Deans have. Last year we saw a lot of them do that. I think that they did a very nice job on Facebook getting at it. And, of course, Billy Doc Niles, the 10 they have this year, I agree with you. I think are perfect additions to Team Deans, and you're going to have Drew break down our next Team Deans driver.
Yep, and, of course, the answer to all these is why not? This guy, I got in trouble for saying his name wrong a couple of years ago while I was announcing a race. From Cambridge, Wisconsin, the number 20 of Cody Hubrid. What's up with Cody, and why is he a Team Deans driver?
What I want to know is how did you mispronounce this?
Well,
what were you saying?
It was my first first time announcing by myself, and I just looked at it quick. Hubbard.
Hubbard. I mean, I guess I can see that. But so Cody is a guy that made the jump to late models last year. And actually, I didn't know this. I wasn't, I'm not from the Jefferson area. Very close with Casey Johnson. So his car is worked on by Casey and with Casey. He put it in victory lane one time last year, and then I think the following week. And I don't know, Bill, if you've had a back-to-back like this. He won one weekend and then fenced it the next weekend and had to put a stub on it.
Oh, I've done that in the same night. So,
definitely, he had a rough end of the season last year, looking to build the car back together. Potentially do some Big 8 traveling this year on the 8-inch tire, so that way they can travel, but weekly competing at Jefferson, going to go for the title this year.
One of the next Team Dean drivers has to be one of the sweethearts of motorsports anywhere in Illinois, Minnesota, even into Wisconsin right here. I've gotten to know her very well over the past couple of years. She ran at Toma last year for the first time, and she's trying to get back there again this year. It's a Kelsey Schultz when you see her in and out of a race suited to the maroon, or she's got the dimple showing. Talk to us about Toma's Kelsey Schultz.
Right. Kelsey is one of those drivers that she's the one that works on the car. She's the one, definitely a young racer, has had some rough past couple years. She's due for a good season. The late model field down at the Dells is a strong one. She's hoping if things are going well at the Dells and they have a week off, because they do a little bit different thing with their schedule where they run every week or every other week, or maybe 2 weeks off in between, depending on how the super late stuff happens. She's talking about coming up here to La Crosse a couple times before Oktoberfest.
Nice.
Just she needs some luck on her side this year as she looks to move into 2017. She's actually helping me out with Team Dean, so I'm definitely grateful for that as she goes to school for a marketing degree full-time student. So as she travels throughout this year, we wish her the best.
Our next driver on the Team Dean's list, the Quattro out of Portage, Wisconsin, Mike Litchfield.
Another one that has a super strong following. When you look at the social media presence, there's a lot of, he always has the neon yellow. You can see his fans up in the stands. He's a strong contender for the Tundra Championship this year. Came in top 5 this year at one point in our final race, was up to 3rd in the points and bounced around as the feature went on. They're doing a little bit different thing down at the Dells again, where they're not having weekly super late, so he'll be running, I believe now his plans are pullover full-time, Tundra full-time, the WCS full-time, and then going to hit some of the, I believe he's going to hit some of the Central Wisconsin races or the WCS, kind of that new formed series.
Next one on the Team Dean's list, probably in the, going on my 11th year announcing at La Crosse, in the 10 years I've been there, Mike Carlson put on one heck of a stretch last year. He would beat his dad would beat him. He'd beat his dad, and his dad would beat him. West Salem's Mike Carlson is a Team Dean's driver this year, Drew.
Right, Mike is one that will go above and beyond, does the parades, does the car show. Some of that might be because I force him to do it. We'll not sure there. But as he moves into this year is really a year of an unknown. Last year was the first year that he had the crate motor. This year they're allowing, weight breaks, and they're changing up quite a few of the rules. So it'll be exciting to see how the new car, which is actually a new old car, it's not a brand new car that he put together last year. We'll see how that one does this year. And again, it's, strong social presence, and just, a front runner each and every week.
Our final member of the Team Dean's roster for 2017.
A youngster.
8 years old. He is the son of Kyle Stark, one of the premier drivers of the Midwest Dash Series. Carter Stark, How does an 8-year-old get onto the Team Dean's roster?
Well, he applied, and then
Well,
Kyle
yeah,
wasn't
along with
exactly
60
sure.
others, yeah.
Right. Carter is an up-and-comer, as you can say. Jumped into Bandoleros, has the following of his dad. His dad wasn't exactly sure what he was going to do. And then, unfortunately, Kyle was in a car accident, so sideline is racing this year. So he'll really be focusing on Carter. We're about giving back to the sport and helping continue to evolve the sport and grow it. And so we really felt like, hey, let's bring on one of these young kids that are up and coming, and let's teach them the right way to do it. Let's teach them how to interact with sponsors, and just from that early age, really help give back to grow the sport that is struggling right now. And so if we can help another kid kind of follow his dreams, why not?
Drew Krabick releasing the Team Dean's roster for 2017.
Very stout roster.
Stout roster. We're going to see several of them tomorrow at Dells Raceway Park for the Icebreaker 100 with the Great Northern Sportsman Series, Midwest Dash, and the Super Late Models. Well, we have a couple of minutes. Drew, tell us what is in store. I mean, this is kind of a loaded question because there's everything in store for Team Dean's Satellite and Security this year.
Right. A lot of people don't know, again, as we mentioned in the last segment, that we service the entire Cooley region, and really tri-state and national. We're a local company, been in business for 22 years, started in the basement of Dean and Sonia's house, and have grown it to where we're at today, where we are truly a national company. Whether it be DirecTV, satellite, internet, really any internet, we partner with different providers to give you what's the best option for you. And all we ask is you give us a call. Give us a call on Monday. Go onto our Facebook page, send us a message, shoot us an email, go to deansdish.com to see what it is that we have to offer. Because the more that you support those that support racing, the more that we can continue to give back to racing and see that this program is working. Because ultimately, as is any sponsor, we're in the business to continue to be in business. And so the more that you support us, the more that it does allow us to give back to the racers. That way you can continue seeing your favorite racer each and every week.
All right, you mentioned all the ways to get a hold of you, but you didn't give us a phone number. So what if our buddy Roy Kenseth in Florida wants to get a hold of Team Dean's through the phone? What's the number?
He can give us a call at 608-769-4509. That's the easiest way. And if you're calling today on Saturday, leave us a message, or come stop by our booth tomorrow. We're actually going to have a booth down at the Dells.
Already, Drew Krabick with Dean Satellite and Security, and our Team Dean segment back again for year number 2. Drew, really appreciate what you guys got going on. We didn't have time to talk about the Tundra Late Model Racing Series, but we're going to have that on many, many times this year. So the next time we get you on, it's going to be all about Tundra.
Right, and just go to our Facebook page if you're looking for more about Tundra. Just search Tundra Super Late Models. Go to our website, tundrasuperlates.com. We're on Twitter. We're on Instagram. First race is May 13th, so we'll see you at WIR.
Deans and Drew just own the interwebs, I swear to goodness.
Oh, he nailed that interview.
Alrighty. Drew Krabick, thanks for joining us. Coming up next, we are going to talk about the Icebreaker 100, where you're going to find the big blue tent with Dean Satellite and Security. The Icebreaker 100 at Dells Raceway Park. That's coming up next right here on Cool Gold 1460 WBOG.
Quick and convenient is what they're all about.
Whitetail Crossing and Smoke Shop.
That's what they do at Whitetail Crossing Convenience Stores. See why next time you're in Baraboo, Black River Falls, Nakusa, Toma, or Wittenberg. Whitetail Crossing Stores are quick and convenient. Grab breakfast and coffee, sandwich and a fountain drink for lunch, or fill up the tank with Whitetail Crossing fuels. It's quick, convenient, and easy to stop at
Whitetail Crossing and Smoke Shop.
The people have spoken. Hi, this is Jerry Beyer from Big Boar Barbecue, recently voted the best barbecue and best caterer in La Crosse County by popular vote. And no, this wasn't a rigged election. Try it yourself, and you'll agree this is the best barbecue. You'll find us on 3rd Street downtown and on Highway 16 in West Salem. But our catering truck can come right to your door for any special occasion.
And just come on down for the best food in town at Big Boar Barbecue.
Big Boar Barbecue. Now that's a mouthful.
Are you looking for comfort under the sun? You can find that and a whole lot more with your stay at the Days Inn Hotel and Conference Center on French Island, La Crosse. The Days Inn has 148 spacious rooms, an indoor pool, hot tub, fitness room, and plenty of banquet space to host that big meeting or wedding reception. If you're hungry, food and drink are just steps away at the Heroes Bar and Grill inside the hotel. So if you're planning a pool party, wedding reception, or just want a night away in a jacuzzi suite, Days Inn Hotel and Conference Center on French Island is your stop under the sun.
It's the Abbott and Costello of short track racing. Doc and Dan on Cool Gold 1460.
Welcome back. I am the voice radio man, Dan Deicher, along with Billy Doc Niles. The Whitetail Crossing Convenience Stores Race Report on Cool Gold 1460 WBOG. Live on your TuneIn app and live on the internet. Being brought to you this year by Dean Satellite and Security, Big Boar Barbecue, Thomas Sparta Raceway, Weir's Machine and Racing Products, JT's Long Shots, Days Inn Hotel and Conference Center, and fansarena.com. Big race coming up tomorrow. We're going to be down there.
First road trip of the season.
I'm still trying to tell myself I'm announcing some of this race tomorrow, and I'm still trying to get it in my mind that, yeah, this is the actual first race.
You have to work tomorrow.
Third annual Icebreaker 100 at Dells Raceway Park. Super Lights, Great Northern Sportsman, and Midwest Dash to talk more about the inaugural Midwest race. That's going to be starting pretty much everyone's racing careers off this year. Race Director Jerry Aubie from Dells Raceway Park. Jerry, how are you, my friend?
Good. How are you guys doing? Living the dream.
Man, we are psyched up and ready to go. Less than 24 hours away, we will be at Dells Raceway Park. I'll have a mic in my hand and giving the Great Northern Sportsman Series and Midwest Dash Series a smattering of kudos as we start things off. Does it feel like it's time to race already?
No, it really doesn't. I mean, we had snow on the ground here a week ago, and all of a sudden, here we come. We're looking at 68 and sunny on Sunday.
You know, Jerry, one of the big questions people around here are asking is, this race is normally later in the month. Why so earlier? Why 2 weeks earlier this year?
Well, at a promoter's workshop, first thing we didn't want to do was step on each other's toes. So all the promoters got together and tried to pick their opener. Well, with Easter falling on the 16th, that kind of threw a wrench right in the middle of the month. And Wayne Lensing and I just decided we're going to throw caution to the wind, but we're going to let her buck, and we're going to just see if we can get it done first. So we were the first ones, and everybody else, then it's followed by Rockford and Slinger and Madison, and everybody just falls in line after Easter there, so nobody steps on each other's toes. We've gotten fortunate with the weather forecast, let me tell you.
Jerry Aubie joining us from Dells Raceway Park. This is the third annual Icebreaker. Jerry, take us back 3 years ago. That was my first race I'd ever announced at Dells, believe it or not, with the career I've had with the Great Northern Sportsman Series that year. Had a chance to talk to Wayne Lensing. We were talking about, we were kind of prognosticating on what he was expecting car count-wise, crowd-wise. Go back 3 years and then take us to the anticipation to tomorrow and how big this race has actually gotten.
The race has grown beyond our expectation. We were looking at doing something early. It's a little easier to get people out early to get to the racetrack than it is during vacation time. July and August always seem to be everybody so busy. So we're looking at trying to do something earlier in the year. We're sitting down in February at a Cracker Barrel after Daytona, going over some ideas, and Wayne came up with an idea of trying to start early with a 100-lapper and just we'll call it the Icebreaker and just see how it goes. And the response was overwhelming. Drivers, fans, everybody. A lot of credit to Matt Rowe, too, from up north there, 141. He, a lot of his ideas went into this early start. He told us not to be afraid and to go after it.
That's funny because I used to announce at 141 for Matt Rowe, and I even did an enduro on New Year's Day about 15 years ago. It was about 4 degrees outside in a blizzard, and he's like, we're running it anyways.
I love his enthusiasm. I mean, it's always go, go, go.
Looking at the entry list for tomorrow, Jerry, 5 states are represented here. A lot of top-notch drivers. Talk about some of the guys you got coming in tomorrow.
Well, we got Ty Majeski coming in. He's one step away from a NASCAR ride. We got a lot of guys that just love coming to Dells Raceway Park. Dan Fredrickson, 2-time ARCA Midwest Tour champion. He's one of those guys. He just loves coming down and playing when he can and having a good time. Not tied up in the points or anything, just let her all go at one time. Bobby Kendall, he's our local short track hero there. He's always a hard charger and has a chance to win anytime he shows up at the Dells. Casey Johnson, I mean, what can you say about Casey Johnson? I met Casey when he was 18 years old, coming out of high school, and he ran good down at Jefferson in the 2-day show, and I said, man, you're the real deal. He's like, oh, I suck. I just finished in the top 10, you know. And I said, no, you're pretty good there. And we've been friends ever since. And look what he's done. I mean, he swept the National Short Track Championships last year, won the Tundra Series, won the Halloween race. And, you know, it was unfortunate. Andrew Morrissey and Ty Majeski were battling out there with a couple to go, and they got together. And Andrew was just always a Superman at the Dells. I mean, when Andrew steps in that car at the Dells, he's always a threat to win. You know, it's always nice to see second-generation drivers like Skylar Holzhausen. Well, third generation, actually.
Third generation. Don't let Bud down, dude.
Yep. You know, Dalton Zier. We got Dalton Zier coming. He's won races from one end of the country to the other. He's got over 100 feature wins in a super late model. Natalie Decker's coming down. She's not been a regular at our track, but she did do really well in the Halloween, finishing in the top 5 in a car prepared for her, and that was really exciting. I think it catapulted her into her current ARCA status and stuff she's got coming up this summer. Travis Sauter won our initial icebreaker. He's always tough. Uncle Johnny, he's not going to make it this year.
He's not going to make it.
You know, well, that'll keep the family feuding down to a low level.
And, you know, if you look at those big names for super late models, of course, I'll be doing the Great Northern Sportsman and the Midwest Dash. And it surprises me on some of the names that have their rides ready to go right now. If you look at Dave Trout, obviously Great Northern Sportsman champ the past 2 years, Scott Luck, Michael Gilliman, both Jeanettes are coming down, Carl and Kyle this year. A smattering of guys coming out of Norway. I know Tyler Westerbrook's coming down. I know Brett Bray's coming down. Even Jason Stark, who I think, from what I've heard, is going to run Dells full-time this year. You couldn't ask for a better group of sportsman drivers.
No, and they're all top-notch cars. I mean, most of them cars are just meticulous in design and the bodies and the paint and the drivers themselves. And I'll tell you what, it was a great idea to partner with Greg Oliver from the get-go on this thing. I was looking around for support classes on what to do, and Greg says, you know, I've always wanted to run a race at the Dells, and this kind of fits my deal where I'm not stepping on anybody's toes on the regular Saturday night program. Can we come and play? So got the Sportsman Series there. Great Northern Sportsman came. Have done an excellent job, put on a terrific show every single year. And then he came up with the Midwest Dash, which is, you know, the hot rod bandit cars. And boy, that is one class that has been growing and growing and growing over the last couple of years. We first started with the Outlaw class at the Dells, split the divisions up. Nobody seemed to bite on it right away, and we had 4 or 5 cars the first year, and then all of a sudden, boom, now we got 20, 25 entries for the icebreaker right away, and it just seems to be it's the super late model of the bandits. You know?
Okay, Jerry, great race going on tomorrow. Give us the details. What time's the gate opening? What time are qualifying and racing? When do the people can they get in and check all this stuff out?
Well, qualifying's at 12:30. The first race is at 2. High laps start at 11. The gates will open at 10:30. It's $20 for adults and $15 for seniors. 9 and under is free. The whole deal with getting there early, it's all festival seating, but we've had great crowds the last few years, and I think with the weather that we got coming up here, everything's going to be excellent again.
Already we are out of time. That's Jerry Omber, the race director at Dells Raceway Park, getting us ready for the 3rd annual Icebreaker 100. Again, you can go to DellsRacewayPark.com on the internet to check more out. You can also go on Facebook. They've been posting fantastic pictures and videos getting you ready for this big first race here in the Midwest for 2017. Jerry, we are out of time, but we greatly appreciate you joining us. We will see you at the Dells tomorrow, my friend.
Well, thank you very much. Thanks for having me on.
Already, Jerry Albee, again, DellsRacewayPark.com.
JT's Long Shots Bar and Grill in downtown West Salem has live music on Saturday nights, including tonight with the Joe Cody Band from 8 to midnight. Stop in for lunch Monday through Friday. Check out the great wings and all the food they got going on. We had good wings there Tuesday night, Deicher. Check it all out at JT's Long Shots Bar and Grill in downtown West Salem.
Already, more of the program coming up next. This is program number 1 of a whole bunch, year number 7 for the radio show, and we're glad you're joining us right here on Cool Gold 1460 WVOG.
Weir's Machine and Racing Products, Bangor, Wisconsin. A proud supporter of the local racing, celebrating 20 years in the racing industry. From dirt tracks to asphalt, Weir's Machine manufactures over 400 quality parts that racers rely on to win races, producing some of the finest parts in the industry. Engine parts, tools, suspension parts, race accessories. Head to WeirsMachine.com to browse their entire line or call them direct. Weir's Machine and Racing Products, Bangor, Wisconsin.
Come on in. Welcome to JT's Long Shots in West Salem. We're Trisha and Jim.
It's your new sports bar for watching all your favorite sports. Happy hour Monday through Friday, 3 to 7, with $1.75 domestics and rails. For lunch or dinner, the kitchen is open. Half-price burgers on Mondays. Tuesday, it's bone or boneless wings. Fish tacos on Friday. Stop after the races tonight to hear live music. It's Joe Cody from 8 to midnight.
Jim and I'd love to see you at JT's Long Shots Sports Bar, downtown West Salem.
Get ready. It's the Days Inn Burnin' Rubber Race Report with Paul Reichert. Brought to you by the Days Inn Hotel and Conference Center on French Island, La Crosse. Now here's Paul with this week's report.
Hello, race fans. This is Paul Reichert, back with you once again for year number 2 of the Burning Rubber Update here on the Whitetail Crossing Convenience Stores Race Report. We're proudly sponsored by the Days Inn Hotel and Conference Center, located off Interstate 90 Exit 2 here in La Crosse. So thank you to those folks for sponsoring my segment. Looking forward to your involvement. And let's check out what happened in the world of racing from this past week. We'll start with last Wednesday. The World of Outlaw Sprint Cars continued their West Coast swing in Placerville, California. David Gravel was your winner. Then they moved on Friday night to Keller Auto Speedway, Hartford, California. Logan Schuchart claimed the victory. Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series ran at Boyd's Speedway in Ringgold, Georgia, Friday. Earl Pearson Jr. was your winner. On Saturday, the AMA Monster Energy Supercross Series ran at the Dome at America's Center in St. Louis. That used to be known as the Edward Jones Dome, of course. Eli Tomac won his 5th Supercross event in a row and his 6th of the season. So Ryan Dungey has some work to do here in the final month of the season to claim his 4th series championship. IMCA Deary Brothers Late Model Series ran at 34 Speedway in West Burlington, Iowa. Their season opener, Nick Marwolf, claimed the victory. Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series moved on to East Alabama Motor Speedway in Phoenix City on Saturday. Scott Bloomquist was your winner. The Pass Southern Modified Racing Series ran at Concord Speedway in Concord, North Carolina. Brandon Ward has now won the first 2 events of the season, so nice job, Brandon. USAC Sprint Cars ran at Lawrenceburg, Indiana Saturday night. Chris Windham, the reigning series champion, won the race. World of Outlaw Sprint Cars wrapped up their West Coast swing in Paris, California Saturday night. David Gravel claimed his 2nd win in the week. World of Outlaw Late Models were at Farmer City, Illinois for the Illini 100 weekend. It actually got rained out Friday night, so everything, which was originally a Friday-Saturday show, got pushed back a day, so it became a Saturday-Sunday show. Brandon Shepard won the preliminary feature on Saturday night. And how about this? Kenny Wallace was also on hand there and won the UMP modified feature on Saturday night. So nice job, Herman. On Sunday, the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series ran at Duck River Raceway Park in Wheel, Tennessee. The Real Deal, Don O'Neill, claimed the victory. NHRA was at the Strip at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Antron Brown, reigning Top Fuel champ, claimed his 1st win of the season. Tommy Johnson Jr. took the funny car crown. And Tanner Gray, the 17-year-old son of Pro Stock regular Shane Gray, claimed his 1st ever Pro Stock win. Nice work, Tanner. Top Speed Modified Touring Series ran at Lucas Oil Raceway in Brownsburg, Indiana. That's IRP to you purists out there. Blake Rowe was your winner. The World of Outlaw Late Models ran at Farmer City, Illinois, day 2 of the Illini 100. The big main event taking place on Sunday, and Brian Shirley claimed the victory. And the USAC Silver Crown Series kicked off their 2017 season at Terre Haute, Indiana on Sunday. And right off his sprint car win on Saturday night, Chris Windham claimed the 1st Silver Crown win of the season. Nice job, Chris. And that'll do it for this week's Burning Rubber Update presented by the Days Inn Hotel and Conference Center. We do have a few other results we didn't hit. You can check the Burning Rubber Update on the Whitetail Crossing Convenience Stores Race Report Facebook page and check what else happened in the world of racing this past week. And hopefully we will see you at the Dells on Sunday. If not, we know we will be seeing you at the races real soon. See you next week, folks.
That's the Days Inn Burnin' Rubber Race Report with Paul Reichert, brought to you by the Days Inn Hotel and Conference Center on French Island, La Crosse.
Quick and convenient is what they're all about.
Whitetail Crossing and Smoke Shop.
That's what they do at Whitetail Crossing Convenience Stores. See why next time you're in Baraboo, Black River Falls, Nakusa, Toma, or Wittenberg. Whitetail Crossing Stores are quick and convenient. Grab breakfast and coffee, sandwich and a fountain drink for lunch, or fill up the tank with Whitetail Crossing fuels. It's quick, convenient, and easy to stop at.
Whitetail Crossing and Smoke Shop.
The people have spoken. Hi, this is Jerry Beyer from Big Boar Barbecue. Recently voted the best barbecue and best caterer in La Crosse County by popular vote. And no, this wasn't a rigged election. Try it yourself and you'll agree this is the best barbecue. You'll find us on 3rd Street downtown and on Highway 16 in West Salem. But our catering truck can come right to your door for any special occasion.
And just come on down for the best food in town at Big Boar Barbecue.
Big Boar Barbecue. Now that's a mouthful.
Spring, spring, spring. Now that it's spring, no one wants to sit inside and watch TV with it so beautiful outside. And when you get DirecTV through Dean Satellite and Security, you don't have to. You can now take your TV with you into the great outdoors with the free mobile app from DirecTV. Going on a picnic? Take your TV with you. Sitting by the lake? Don't miss your favorite show. It's really that simple. Call your local friends at Dean Satellite and Security today at 608-269-2897 or visit them online at deanstv.com. Now get outside and watch your TV. Content, channels, and functionality varies by TV package, viewing location, and device. Data charges may apply. Conditions apply. Call for details.
Weir's Machine and Racing Products, Bangor, Wisconsin. A proud supporter of the local racing, celebrating 20 years in the racing industry. From dirt tracks to asphalt, Weir's Machine manufactures over 400 quality parts that racers rely on to win races, producing some of the finest parts in the industry. Engine parts, tools, suspension parts, race accessories. Head to WeirsMachine.com to browse their entire line or call them direct. Weir's Machine and Racing Products, Bangor, Wisconsin.
Come on in. Welcome to JT's Long Shots in West Salem. We're Trisha and Jim.
It's your new sports bar for watching all your favorite sports. Happy hour Monday through Friday, 3 to 7, with $1.75 domestics and rails. For lunch or dinner, the kitchen is open. Half-price burgers on Mondays. Tuesday, it's bone or boneless wings. Fish tacos on Friday. Stop after the races tonight to hear live music. It's Joe Cody from 8 to midnight.
Jim and I'd love to see you at JT's Long Shots Sports Bar, downtown West Salem.
There's the white flag. One more lap on Whitetail Crossing Convenience Store Race Report on Cool Gold 1460.
Welcome back one more time. It's the big radio show that starts today, goes all the way past Oktoberfest. The Whitetail Crossing Convenience Stores Race Report. Billy Doc Niles, I be the voice, Dan Deicher. Thanks, Paul Riker, for joining us again. He's got his own sponsor this year. Wow. And, of course, as the racing season starts opening up more across the Midwest, his show will be a lot longer.
Yeah, he'll have a bigger segment the more racetracks get into their season. So we're just hitting the tip of the iceberg
And
here.
what better way to get into the season than getting a chance at maybe eating a pizza, getting a 12-pack, and free racing tickets.
Whitetail Crossing Convenience Stores located in Black River Falls, Baraboo, Nakusa, and Toma is your chance for free Frostbuster tickets at the La Crosse Fairgrounds Speedway. Stop in and register for free tickets and get one pair of free tickets drawn on Wednesday starting April 12th, plus a 12-pack of beer and your choice of a pizza.
Billy and I will be at Wisconsin Dells tomorrow. Dells Raceway Park, the Icebreaker 100. It's the third annual 100-lap super late model race, along with the Great Northern Sportsman Series and Midwest Dash Series. I want to thank Jerry Aubie, the race director from Dells Raceway Park, for joining us during the program today. You know, this one is going to be a crapshoot this year on who's going to win this thing. Andrew Morrissey's name is going to get kicked around. Travis Sauter's name is going to get kicked around. Danny Frederickson, obviously. Maybe Derek Krause. Natalie Decker's in this one. Ty Majeski cannot win at the Wisconsin Dells Raceway Park, and he's told us numerous amounts of times, I can't even qualify there. Does he break through?
I watched him last year, and it seemed like, no matter what they did to that car, he was just for lack of a better term, a mid-pack car. And the reason he finished third is he was just persistent and patient and finished in the top three. But, man, you would think sooner or later Toby's going to figure out what to do with that car to make it lightning fast like it is everywhere else in the Midwest and across the country.
Check out DellsRacewayPark.com. Also find them on Facebook. The entire schedule is going to be on there. Things will start getting underway. But the drivers' meeting is about 10:30 or so, and, of course, we're going to be up there a little bit earlier than that. Real quickly, and we are going to talk more about this next week. Was it shocking to you that Greg Oliver decides to take the Great Northern Sportsman Series and the Midwest Dash, and we just dabbled in this earlier in the program today, and go out there. He talked to John McCarnes. He talked to the prior owner of Midwest Dash back in January. They met it done at the Racers auction. He gets a phone. Greg gets a phone call from Greg McCarnes. Where you at on this? And then boom, done deal.
It was a shock to me when I read it on the internet. And like we said at the beginning of the segment, you're not going to find a bigger ambassador not only for today's current racing, but a guy who really likes to keep the past alive with some of the stuff that he does. Greg is just a phenomenal historian. And, you can't think of a better person to run a racing series. He started the Great Northern Sportsman Series from just a few cars. It's one of the best, one of the premier feeder series in the Midwest. He made the Midwest Dash Series another premier series, and now he picks up one of the biggest premier series in the Midwest.
Been around since '93.
The Mid-American Stock Car Series, and this is like a creme de la creme, one of the biggest sportsman-type cars. A little bit different from Sportsman, and a little bit different from a limited late model, but what a phenomenal class! And I see nothing but bigger things for this division, just because of Greg Oliver is now in possession of it, and he's got a heck of a portfolio of divisions right now.
We do want to thank Drew Krubik from Dean Satellite for joining us on the program. Jerry Alby, the race director at Dells Raceway Park. Paul Reichert is Burning Rubber Race Report. And we got to thank Dean Satellite, Big Boar Barbecue, Tomo Sparta Raceway, Weir's Machine and Racing Products, JT's Long Shots, Days Inn Hotel and Conference Center, and Fansarena.com for sponsoring the program in year number 7 right here on Cool Gold 1460 WBOG. All kinds of things in store this year. Big names are going to be coming back on the program. Our prize packages, we're going to be getting that stuff together, getting it out there, and the new Facebook page, which has almost 2,000 followers.
That is unbelievable. Thank you, everybody, for following us on Facebook and social media, wherever you are. Thank you, everybody, for listening on the TuneIn app around the country. Hoping that we can fill you up with some great knowledge on what's going on here in the Midwest.
Alrighty, again, TuneIn app. Just look up the app on your cell phone. You can listen to the program all the time this year. Also, we're going to be uploading all the shows in their entirety on SoundCloud this year, and every show will be posted on there. We're not going to have to take some down. Every single show will be on SoundCloud. That's going to do it for the program. Thanks for Jesse for pushing the buttons, tuning us in, and getting us on the air. For Billy Doc Niles, I'm your radio man, Dan Deicher. Until next week, we'll see you in the Dells tomorrow for the Icebreaker 100, right back here at noon next Saturday on 1460 WBOG.
There's the checkered flag. Join us again next week for the Whitetail Crossing Convenience Store Race Report on Cool Gold 1460, brought to you by Whitetail Crossing Convenience Stores in Baraboo, Black River Falls, and Toma. By Big Boar Barbecue, Highway 16 West Salem, and 3rd Street, downtown La Crosse. By Dean Satellite and Security, your local DirecTV retailer. By the Days Inn Hotel and Conference Center on French Island, La Crosse. By the Toma Sparta Raceway in Toma. By Weir's Machine and Racing Products in Bangor, Wisconsin. And by JT's Long Shots Bar and Grill in historic downtown West Salem.